I'm Mark Jacobson. Welcome to You May Have Heard, short answers for busy people on the questions and issues of the day. You may have heard that Jordan's King Abdullah was in Brussels this week to attend the NATO Foreign Ministerial. Why would the Jordanian king be at a NATO ministerial? NATO welcomed the Jordanian delegation for discussions on shared security challenges in the region and as part of a prelude to the opening of a liaison office in Jordan, a commitment made at this summer's NATO summit. While the key transatlantic alliance, NATO nations can't simply focus on threats from within Europe. The past 2 decades have shown that instability and conflict in the Middle East can have direct impacts on European security, and NATO's more recent efforts are really the latest step in an almost 20-year period of engagement in the Middle East. In 2004, there was the Istanbul Cooperation Initiative to promote security cooperation with the Gulf nations, and of course NATO took part in the military training mission during the Iraq War. Now, cooperation is, of course, the prerequisite to any capacity to act. Individuals and organizations have to build trust, understand each other's capabilities, and gain an appreciation for operational procedures and concepts. These are the building blocks of effective multilateral security cooperation. Of course, the rise of Russian and Chinese influence in the Middle East has brought a new dynamic to this, and really NATO has to consider the role it might play in the region and the challenges of doing so. While generally rowing in the same direction, NATO nations diverge on the details of what potential engagement might look like. Moving forward, I think there are really 4 major influences in terms of NATO's role in the Middle East. First, the U.S. posture towards the alliance, especially the degree to which the U.S. continues to support Ukraine in its struggle against Russia. If not, other nations may have to keep a singular focus on that struggle. Second, the political dynamics within the alliance, especially the positions of Turkey, Hungary, and potentially Romania, given the latter 2 nations' friendliness towards Moscow, and of course Turkey's bilateral relationships and national interests in the Middle East. Third, the degree to which instability might result in an exodus of refugees from the region and into European countries, a challenge, of course, Europe faced a decade ago during the height of the Syrian civil war. But in the end, Russia remains the number 1 threat for the alliance, and on the agenda at the Ministerial, of course, is Russia's continued use of sabotage, cyber, and disinformation campaigns against NATO member nations. So the most important dynamic will still be how the alliance believes cooperation in the Middle East can support NATO's strategic position versus Moscow. Until next time, I'm Mark Jacobson, and this is You May Have Heard.